I know what you see. When the media reports he was known to the police, the incident took place on that block on Gottingen Street, and not the part where we eat or the part renamed Novalee, the part where those descendants of Africville be, and the part it would be better if it just became clean, or maybe it's how North Preston's finest is 10 times longer than North Preston on the Wikipedia entry, so I know what you see. Little babies in bandanas who read at grade 3, and I know that you look at them and see some kind of killer, and the media comments stop just short of calling us gorillas. Let's be honest, they say. These weren't exactly pillars of society. The same media that's only there to report on notoriety, and I know grown adults who have never seen variety, never been in a museum or even left the block, and so we're born and their hands start ticking on a clock because you make us raise our kids in the school of hard knocks. And you only hit the alarm once someone gets armed, but you close down our schools and then accuse us of harm, and our babies are so cute until we grow. And then somehow we lose our charm, so that's all you see. Little kids in the principal's office before they can read, and the grade 1s list the names of every dead person they know, little boys who can't even cry at the funerals they go, and then they come to our marches like it's a show. And they never catch the people who make the drugs and guns flow to little boys without a future. When the game is the recruiter, when we can't get jobs, our only option is to ball or be a shooter. They put guns into our hands instead of computers, and drugs into our veins when there's no other way to end the pain, and there's never any help until we're taking aim, as if when we're born, our only dream is to get into the game. And then after all that, you say the Black community should be ashamed. And we can't even go to wakes without being under siege, when to mourn your son you have to walk by 20 vans full of police, and we can't even grieve because they won't let us rest in peace. And some other little boy, that's all he'll ever see. And I know that's what you see. Suspects with t-shirts over faces. We sit in cells without our belts and with shoes without the laces. Little kids grow up without a father to put them through the paces, while the rest of the city says, thank God the problem's being contained. And no one cares about our life until we become the cases. We disappear into the prison, and then we're just erased. We come from places where we can't get pizza delivered, where roads don't get plowed for days after a blizzard. There ain't no grocery stores. Can't get a cab driver to drop you off at the door. When the police raid your home, the children hit the floor. And it ain't no secret the poor and powerless is how we are living. And I've mentored brilliant artists from the time that they were children, and then they grow up. And I visit them in prison, as if we're the ones at fault for the conditions we've been given. Little girls kicked out of school because they're labeled bullies for a fight while in their home. Their stepfathers are touching them at night, and then they're traded in the game, and their names are out of sight. And I'm tired of seeing youth with so much pain behind their eyes, and all you see is some young thug who's throwing up gang signs while there's lines tattooed on his skin. To my brother, R.I.P. But when he walks around downtown, you move across the street, and when she walks into a store, you call security, and we're seen as a problem that just has to somehow go away, and our elders remember Africville like it was yesterday, and now new housing regulations say can't have a business in the home. So the little that we have, we can't even call our own. Make noise after 9 p.m. and they'll throw you in the streets. I don't know how you can't see that my people can't even weep. 400 years of suffering, this pain until the wounding runs so deep. And I know brothers with so much trauma that they never even sleep. And I'm scared to have a son because I don't know if I can keep him alive, when it seems the only time you pay attention is when we're committing drive-bys, and then you blame the mothers and say if she only raised him right. When we turn the violence on ourselves, you won't call it suicide, and you'll never ask what happened to make this young man die or to make this young man kill, when trying to make it out takes almost impossible acts of will, even when we have the talent and the skill in the studio or the court. But for most of our kids, they get out of high school and then there's no support. I can't forget we come from people who were traded, sold, and bought, when we're still being valued by society and always falling short. And I know with every death you see us more as a threat, and you make all sorts of judgments about people you never met, and I don't understand how you can watch this and your eyes aren't even wet. But I know what you see. Thugs and gangsters all weepy, in newspapers and TV, all over this city. I know what you see.